tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
The conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play. I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
It got his man complete. And another tackle broken. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the AFC. 51 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On first down, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete once again to Hopkins. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Mahomes now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Now Gordon on first down. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a third and very long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So on fourth down, out comes Jason Myers for the AFC field goal. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. So they pulled a little rabbit out of of their hat, nearly for 6, almost got the fake into the end zone. Either way, they're set up really nicely.
So we all fell for the illusion, didn't we? Did they saw someone in half on stage
well
on
played.
that one? I mean,
well
that was
played.
something right there. We fell for the fake in a big way, as did the defense. And look what it turned into, a monster play. And now they're set up inside the 5-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Rosas now to add the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 25 yards that time. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming. People upset, but typically halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. Now the NFC heading out for their first drive of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as
that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab. Rob man, when it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jonathan Coachman, and this is Super Bowl.
Okay, Coach. Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the five-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their fifth straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the 49ers are back in the Super Bowl for the seventh time in franchise history. One of the more successful teams in the Super Bowl era as they look to claim their sixth title, which would tie them with the Patriots and Steelers for most ever.
I like how you stated that they're one of the more successful franchises in Super Bowl history because at one point, they were 5-0 in Super Bowls. Joe Montana with wins in Super Bowl 16, 19, 23, and 24. And Steve Young, remember that one? Get the monkey off my back as he won big in Super Bowl 29. But they lost their last time out against the Ravens in Super Bowl 47. They're looking for a little bit of that. Can we get right again, guys? And I think this...
Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the 49ers into this Super Bowl. It was October of 2017 that the 49ers traded for Jimmy G. In February of 2018, they made him the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. And now here he is, just 2 short years later, trying to join Joe Montana and Steve Young as 49er quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl title. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. To throw is Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. A gain of 6 there on first.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
That didn't get the push they need. Got a man! Touchdown, 49ers. It's Selleck. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. And that is one, no doubt, that may come back to haunt them because the PAT tied it. They didn't need to go for 2.
I keep searching for an explanation. I know it's quick right here. I think I can search for the next year and not come up with anything that absolutely works. Kick the point, man. Kick the point. I don't get it.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
There we go. Automatic first down.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They go play fake. Mahomes going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Speaking of Damian Williams, great. Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now, in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns.
Wow.
So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between
I'm still playing Madden.
free agent running backs, because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that is touchdown, Kansas City.
He was wide open.
Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Butker on for the PAT. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6.
Booty to 6.
So this drive spans 7 plays.
Booty
And
to
it's
6.
capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Booty to 6. Booty to 6. Onside record. Yes.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Like, you should do that when you touch.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
What's up, zombie?
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good pickup
now
there
I know.
at 22. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo.
Ooh, you shouldn't have done that.
And his guys are
You
going to
shouldn't
take
have done
over
that.
at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head.
You hate you. I want to play some Fortnite. Yeah. I'm about to go on Fortnite, Jordan. Fortnite. Penis. I'm about to tell you. Up. She firing. Thinking about me, knob. Hey, Jordan.